And Jacob is the beginning.
The beginning of it that follows.
Of it what? That world.
That's right.
That follows.
That follows.
See, one world going to end.
That's right.
But another world going to follow.
Follow. That's right.
Well, how is Jacob is that world that follow? Who comes from Jacob? Israel.
That's right.
How many houses of Israel is it? Two.
That's right.
One in the wilderness. The other is the church.
That's right.
I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS that sincerely preach His word in sincerity and in truth. To the brothers in the four corners of the earth that are pushing His word in sincerity and in truth, also the hopefully elect. Shalom, much love and respect. Apostle Gino, Jennings. Alright, I want to address this scripture. Just a few things that he went into, mostly the scripture in Isaiah 8 verse 14. But he said there was two houses of Jacob. Jacob was Israel, and there was two Israel, which he said, which you heard. One is the latter house and the former house and whatever. Alright? But he's wrong. They ain't talking about that. Alright? The two houses of Israel is the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. The southern kingdom consists of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And the northern kingdom consists of Issachar, Reuben, Simeon, Naphtali, Manasseh, Gad. Let me see who else. When you go on down, alright, it consists of, these are the two houses, and the first scripture will go to prove this. I didn't name all the tribes in the northern kingdom, but you could look it up. This is First Kings 11 verse 30. It say, let me read from 27. And this was the cause that he lifted up his hands against the king. Solomon built Millo and repaired the branches of the city of David his father. And the man Rehoboam was a mighty man of valor. And Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph. And it came to pass at that time, when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah the Shuhite found him in the way, and he had clothed himself with a new garment. Right? And they two were alone in the field. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And these 12 pieces represent the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Right? And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus said the Lord, the God of Israel, behold, no other nation, the God of Israel. Micah 3 and 6 say, I will get in a few. Let me get that one time. Malachi 3 verse 6. It said, Malachi 3 verse 6, it said, for I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Because this false prophet, Gino, Jennings, say that the Lord cast a stumbling block before the house of Israel. Alright? But The Lord say He don't change, so that they ain't gonna never happen. Alright, but towards our people, yeah, the Lord cast stumbling blocks before them. But first, let me deal with this first, then I will get into that. 11 verse 30, I think, yes. And Adonijah caught the 2 garments that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus said the Lord. And who was Ahijah? He was a prophet from the nation of Israel. Alright, and the Lord speak through his prophet. Alright, the God of Israel, no other nation. Behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. So, what happened? The Lord take the kingdom from Solomon because Solomon went off in worshiping other gods from other nation. Alright, and he send Ahijah the prophet to give Jeroboam the message. Well, you want to take 10 tribes? Alright? Behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give thee 10 tribes. But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. Alright? Let me jump over to Salakia. 1 Kings 12 verse. Let me see. Salakia. What? Yeah, 1 Kings 12 verse. Yeah, 1 Kings 12 verse 21. It says, and when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, who was Rehoboam? Rehoboam was Solomon's son, the next to take the throne after his father died. Alright? Let me read from 20. And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. Alright, so only the tribe of Judah was in Jerusalem. Alright, only the tribe of Judah was following, alright, the house of David. See, but Judah only. And when Rehoboam come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin, and 140,000 chosen men, which were warriors to fight against the house of Israel. And what the house of Israel was called is talking about the northern kingdom. Alright? Why would the house of Judah fight with the house of Israel? Was not Judah a part of Israel? Was not Judah a son of Jacob, whose name was Judah, and Benjamin, whose name was changed to Israel? So he said to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam, the son of Solomon. Why? Because Judah is the leading tribe, and Rehoboam, they want to bring the kingdom back together, but it wasn't the right time. Alright? It wasn't the right time for the house of Israel to come back together. Alright? This is Salakia. To prove that Judah is the leading tribe, Genesis 49 verse 9. It said, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, meaning the power, the authority, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. You see? So, when you jump to Isaiah 8, verse 14, I say, and it shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, meaning the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, right? The northern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and the northern kingdom, which from Ephraim go right down to Issachar. Alright, but not to all. Right? 2/3 of these people, 2/3 from both Salakia, 2/3 from the house of Israel, both tribe inclusive, right? Not 2/3 from each tribe, but 2/3 from among both houses, right? That stumbling block and the rock of offense is being cast. And Gino, Jennings, false prophet, you is probably one of them. Alright? Your spirit be a witness. Because you don't know the scriptures. You're breaking down the scriptures completely wrong. You have no understanding of the scripture. Alright? This is Zechariah 13 verse 8. It say, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Meaning 2/3 of Israel. Israel as in the whole, the entire kingdom. Alright? 2/3, will cut off and die. These 2/3 of these people is where the stumbling block and the rock of offense was cast. Because they was the one that reject Yahushua and put Yahushua to death. And worship Caesar Borgia and say that, hey, Caesar is our king. Let me get that real quick. Let's see. And this false prophet Gino, you probably was among them. This is John 19 verse I would start at verse start of verse 5. It said, then came Yahushua forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe, and Pilate said unto them, behold the man. When the chief priests, therefore, and officers saw him, they cried out, saying, crucify him, crucify him. The chief priests, only Israel had chief priests, the nation of Israel. Alright? And officers said unto him, which is our own people. They cried, which obviously is a part of the 2/3, saying, crucify him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, take ye him and crucify him, for I find no fault in the man. Even Pilate, who was an Edomite, who is Esau today, who is the so-called white people, alright, even he know that he didn't find no fault in Yahushua, because the scriptures say he was a perfect man. He didn't commit no iniquity or sin. It said the Jews answer him, we have a law, right? And by our law, he ought to die, because he made himself the son of the Most High. But Yahushua is the law, right? Hebrews 10 and 7, Psalms 40 and 7, lo, I come in the volume of the book. So Yahushua didn't went off when he said, hey, I am the son of the Most High. He said, this book is written of me. Right? All the prophets speak of Yahushua, the son of the Most High that was to come. So you see where they are at. They didn't accept Yahushua. It said, when Pilate therefore ordered, saying, he was the more afraid, and went again into the judgment hall, and said unto Yahushua, whence art thou? But Yahushua gave him no answer. Then said Pilate unto him, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and have power to release thee? Yahushua had answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me. Why? Because everything that Pilate was about to do or would do to Yahushua, it was already written in the scripture. Before the foundation of the earth. So they can't do nothing to Yah. They can't. It's like it said they can't do none to Yahushua except it be written in the scripture. Only what was written in the scripture they could do to Yahushua, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that deliver me unto thee have the greatest sin. And who was that? That's two-thirds of our people. When you go back to Isaiah 8, verse 14, right? And it shall be for a sanctuary, right? For a sanctuary for 1/3, but for a stone of stumbling, the 1/3 that the Lord will save. All right? For a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, for a gin and for a smear to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. All right? And many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be smeared and be taken. It say many. All right? Because 2/3 is more than 1/3. Right, let me get a few more scripture on this. A few more precept. This is Romans 11 verse 7. It says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. And what Israel is seeking for? Right? Salvation to come out of this hell. For the new kingdom. Which he also go into, but I ain't gonna go into that as yet. Alright? It say Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, because the entire nation of Israel is looking for a new kingdom. Alright? For the Messiah. Those Jews that crucify Yahushua, right? They still looking for Yahushua. Those are the Old Testament niggers today. Alright? The stone of stumbling was cast before them. That's why they keep asking Yahushua, hey, are you he who was to come? And Yahushua say, I already told you. And by saying that, he tell them again that he is the Messiah. But yet still they didn't believe. They put him to death. You see? They was the one the stone of stumbling was cast before. 2/3. It said, but the election have obtained it. The election meaning the chosen men, the prophet. Started with the 144,000 men. 12,000 from each tribe of the nation of Israel, and no other nation. And the rest were blinded. Right? This is Matthew 13 and 9. Even Yahushua said it out his mouth. It say, who have an ears to hear, let him hear. Meaning, who have an ear and understand, have an understanding, he would receive it. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Why? Because they are a part of the 2/3 who the Lord cast the stone of stumbling and the rock of offense before them. And Gino, Jennings, you're one of them, because You ain't receiving the doctrine of Yahweh Shai. And you're not a prophet, you're a false prophet. The Lord never sent you. You don't even know what your nationality is. Alright? You're from the nation of Israel, but you wouldn't receive it because that stone of stumbling is before your face. You was one of them that said, hey, Caesar is our king. Alright? And deny the Lord. Let me finish. Go back to Romans 11. Let me finish this because it gets some more. It said, but election are obtained and the rest were blind, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David said, let their table be made a smear, meaning a trap, the doctrine, whatever the knowledge they get, whatever they believe in, wherever they set their heart to, be made a trap and a smear and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their backs all way. I say then, have they slumbered that they should fall? The Most High forbid, but rather through the fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. And the Gentiles talking about the Israelites, alright, who take the ways of the Eden, because they take the custom and the understanding. That's why they were called Gentiles. Alright? Let me see. Let me go back to this. That's the next topic too. Isaiah 8 and 14. It says, verse 15. It says, and many among them shall stumble. Many among them, not the entire nation of Israel, and fall and be broken and be smeared and be taken. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. Meaning only the Lord's disciple would follow. Only the men that the Lord, the 144,000, which is a part of the 1/3, started with them from the nation of Israel, would get this truth. Alright? But to the rest, this truth is sealed to them. And I will wait upon the Lord that hid his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Why? Because there will be a time when the nation of Israel will come. Then the Lord would raise us up back. Started with 144,000. And that time is right now. Alright? This is Ezekiel 37 verse 15. It said, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, alright, and for the children of Israel his companions. Right? Judah is the stick is, let me see if I could pull it up real quick. See if I could pull it up real quick. And his companion, let's see, 12. Phone dying, boy. Good. You see this is the stick. Say, let me jump back to the scripture. say, for the tribe of Judah and for the children of Israel, meaning the northern kingdom, his companions, the other tribes that was with him. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim. Alright? And for all the house of Israel, his companion, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? And in the people, they're saying that when they see the nation of Israel, when they see this sign, see, we have what you mean by this. You know? What does this mean? Alright, but these false prophets, they would know that. They wouldn't have the experience of that because they in buildings all cover up. When the Lord, the scripture clearly said, the Lord dwell not in temple made with hands. Alright? He said, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house can you build me? So, this is the stick which is fulfilling this prophecy. Let me read down some. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Will thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus said the Lord, Behold, I will take the stick of Judah, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. You see? And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. Right? And say unto them, Thus said the Lord, Behold, I will take the children of Judah from among the heathen. Take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And right now the Lord is gathering us from the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, gathering us back together to put us in our land. When Yahushua return, who is a so-called black man, alright, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And who is that one king? It's Yahushua. And there shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. You just don't know the scripture, and the Lord gonna destroy you, false prophet. The Lord gonna destroy you. Alright? Bring on this last scripture. Because you was the ones that was coming up against the apostle even back in Rome. It says, let me get this. It say, let me read this from Acts 4:24. It say, And when they heard that, they lift up their voice to the Most High with one accord, and said, Lord, thou art God, which has made heaven and earth and the sea and all that in them is. Because the chief priests and the elders, they threatened the apostles them and the disciples not to preach Yahushua. You know, and they was afraid, and they went and prayed. It said, Who by the mouth of thy servant David has said, Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things? And that's what 2/3 of our people are doing today. They run after things that don't profit, vanity. The Lord said, drink out of your own cistern. But my people through cistern Alright? Broken cistern that cannot hold any water, which is all these false doctrine and philosophies. It said the kings of the earth stood up. And you're seeing that today. And the rulers were gathered together against the Lord and against his anointed. For of a truth against the holy child, Yahushua, whom thou hast anointed, both Herod, all these so-called white people, and Pontius Pilate, with the Gentiles, all these heathen nations, and the people of Israel, 2/3 of Israel, were gathered together for to do whatsoever thy hand and thy counsel determined before to be done. Because all the things that you're doing now, it was ordained before the foundation was. So you're just fulfilling scriptures by being wicked, because you're marked for death. And as thus said the Lord, and now, Lord, behold the threatenings, and grant unto thy servant that with all boldness they may speak thy word. With that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hope this video is edifying. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Shalom to you brothers in the four corners of the earth, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Much love and respect. Death to America, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Selak Rayam, send great evil and destruction upon that place. To all you false prophets, Selak Rayam, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, destroy you. I pray. Right? Shalom. Stay up.